I know with the world right now, tariffs or whatever, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think if you're against the tariffs, you probably don't quite understand them, um, or you just don't like Trump. A lot of people can't get past that, and I get it. He's hard to like, but I do like a lot of his policies. So I don't really practice identity politics. But I'm 100% in support of the tariffs. And honestly, I would like to get rid of the income tax and property tax. When I say property tax, I mean primary residence. If you're doing a business and stuff like that, that's totally different. And go to either a tariff or a non-grocery consumption tax. That way we have a say in what we pay as far as taxes go. We're trying to shrink the government. We don't need income tax. Base it on consumption. You want to go and consume a bunch of crap, especially Chinese imported crap. That's your choice. I don't choose to do that day in, day out. I know some people like getting Amazon packages every day. I mean, it truly is an addiction. So yeah, I mean, I would much rather create than consume. So I try to do that whenever possible. Now, generally speaking, humans are consumers. So, of course, I have to buy some groceries. We do have chickens, we have ducks, we grow a lot of our own veggies and stuff. I like to get into some bigger livestock, but right now we're still kind of traveling. But yeah, I would really like to just go straight on, full on homestead, like Arcopia. I really like his setup. It's got a huge greenhouse attached to the house. That is definitely something I'm going to do. That might be this year's priority project, exterior, outside. So yeah, I just, there's too much turmoil in the government, in the world economy, when you can just control that all yourself. Yeah, it takes effort, but put that effort into it. It's just that peace of mind, being in control. That I don't know, really appeals to me, and we do quite a bit of that right now. But of course, we're somewhat slaves to the system as well. We've been having this conversation about health insurance, and my kids are coming to that age where they're about to be on their own, and whether they get health insurance or not is definitely their choice. I didn't have health insurance until I was 28 years old, and I never really had to use it. Again, though, I practice a lot of preventative. I take a lot of preventative steps. I eat good. I exercise quite a bit, and I get I get plenty of sleep, so I don't really have to. I've never really had any. I mean, I could just be fortunate. I don't really know about my genes because on one side of the family I'm adopted, and I don't know anything about the past, but I think lifestyle choices have a lot to do with it. And doing this kind of stuff. One, you're creating something, and hopefully you enjoy that. I certainly do. Two, you're not buying some cheap. Yeah, I probably could have got a cart for $100, but I know what's into this. I know it's probably a little overbuilt. Those casters are $500 or 500-pound casters, but at the same time, I didn't feed that consumption monster, and I didn't pay some. I don't want to get into it too much, but the factory workers overseas, sure, they might make 10 cents an hour. And some people would argue, well, that's 10 cents an hour that they wouldn't be making if we weren't consuming. But there's got to be a better way. And those third world countries, they got to figure it out. So I don't like to, I don't shop on Temu or any of that crap. I refuse to do so. And if you do, that's fine. It's your business. I would encourage you not to. And that's kind of the whole tariff thing. We want to get back to creating our own, so we're not so reliant on these foreign countries, especially times of war and turmoil. If you don't understand that, I encourage you to read some Thomas Sowell. Thomas, and then Sowell, Sowell. The guy's a genius, economic genius. Milton Friedman is another good one. I really like Thomas Sowell, though. I prefer his work over anybody else's. But yeah, that would definitely educate you in the power of the tariffs and the purpose of them. But again, I would like to go to a non-grocery consumption tax. And if we could get, Congress on board and President on board for something like that, perhaps we could get the rest of America on board and go that route. But definitely not holding my breath, because most of America, they are addicted to their cheap imported crap. So that's enough for the rant.